explanation there.
Okay.
This is Rob. I'm Madonna. We're going to do a universal consciousness balance around addictions and the cause of it and all sorts of things. And Rob's been explaining, well, how our stories, you know, basically are changed because of what happens to us in the past. So
with addictions, we can we choose a pattern of behaviour or a substance that we have a craving for in order to suppress the low vibrations of those events that are held within our energetic field, so we can get a false sense of a higher vibration. However, when that substance or behaviour is eventually gets detoxed out of our system, those lower vibrations still remain. And what we see, or what we
so by lower vibrations, do you mean the shame and the guilt, or do you mean the memories of the traumas, or do you mean
a traumatic experience that we hold these complexes that are made up of our experiences, like events, and our feelings, so our emotions, and also our beliefs as well. So, you know, our beliefs that we can take on, or assumptions that we can take on throughout our younger life that we don't really understand, but we've been told, well, this is part of the culture that you just live out. This is what you just believe. You know, you don't challenge it. Because, you know, if you get...
It's what you know.
It's what you know, So it's buried deep down within your energetic field that can be a source of a particular type of behavior. So what it's doing, it's an energy field rather than a matter. So it's an energy field that holds a vibration that sends out a frequency that calls upon other, can be like calling upon people or events and emotions that resonate with it. You know, so the saying like attracts like. So what we aim to do is, you yourself as an authentic energy, you have your own particular vibration, your resonance. So what we aim to do is return you to that resonance, so you can see what these complexes are. In essence, they are a request for resonance, something to look at, so you can unpack and reveal the wisdom or insight or the healing that needs to take place, so you can heal yourself and also share that as a ripple effect throughout all the other aspects of yourself, throughout your different realms of consciousness, and with the greater consciousness of humanity, the planets,
beautiful,
whatever.
Nice.
Okay. So you can choose, you know, aspects of your timeline, or parallel lives, and even interdimensional realities.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. Does that make sense?
That's good.
Cool.
We'll get started, we will. So lying down or sitting?
No, we'll lie down. I'll dim the light. The lights might get a little bit dark. It just helps with more comfort. So just relax now, and just bringing your awareness to your breath. Allowing any tension or frustration throughout the body to just melt away. That's it. Beginning in the here and now, we bring our awareness to our heart. The heart that holds the authentic self of who we are beyond this life, connected to all there is. The heart acts as a portal into the greater consciousness of who we are. And we allow that now to happen, to unfold in its own natural and beautiful way. So you can really feel the resonance of who you truly are. An energetic being having a human experience. That's it. And as we open this portal and connect with the resonance of who we are, we know without a doubt that we can explore the realms of consciousness that we are entangled with. This portal allows us to travel beyond time and space as we know. Allow that aspect of ourselves that is the judge, that is the critic, to kindly step aside and allow this to take place. So we can experience the sacred journey of exploring our personal universe. You feel my hand gently rest upon your forehead. Allow all judgments and analysis to be released. The insights from our journey are easily absorbed and accepted into our ongoing and ever evolving experience. We offer this human aspect a powerful role. It becomes the custodian of deep wisdom and knowing, easily accepting the gifts offered on our journey and bringing them powerfully into this lifetime. You will be forever enhanced by this sacred role of your present consciousness, this human aspect of who we are in this time and place. Today we carry the intention to send an instantaneous wave of evolving consciousness, rippling through our holographic universe into all there is, serving humanity and beyond. We are part of an ever-expanding universe, and we surrender to this sacred and naturally unfolding journey. We are here for the experience of healing, embracing the energy of selfless service. And we open a portal to deeper realms of consciousness. And we flow with the energy to where the greatest wisdom may be offered. And as we heal in each realm of consciousness, we send a wave of this wisdom and healing through all others. In this moment, we now transcend time and space as we know it, embracing a world where the past, the present, and the future exist in perfect unison. Every breath now becomes a sacred experience. As we gently hold the knowing that you are part of all there is. Every moment that passes in the linear time that we now lead expands you further into this experience. As my hand gently rests on your shoulder, you sense the wisdom that awaits you. Breathe the universe further into your being and allow yourself to know. We are part of the natural unfolding of all there is. It is time to remember now the beautiful state of resonance that is your natural state of being. We hold the knowing that within you, everything you will ever need is lovingly held, simply awaiting to be remembered. The greater consciousness of you is not bound by this body or human form. Your natural state of being is free. As you return to your most authentic and eternal self, resonating in remembered wisdom. We honor you, transcending this earthly existence and serving the human aspect of who you have chosen to be. We embrace all that you are. Every breath brings awareness into your body as you rejoin the wisdom of all there is. You feel and experience this with every fiber of your being. And now, drift gently beyond the body into the immortal wisdom that is your natural state of being. Your true and divine state. As you lovingly observe the human aspect of your being, you are filled with gratitude for the journey that has unfolded, offering so much. The wisdom that you have gathered continues to flow as all unfolds. You connect now with all that you have been through in this human portal. All you have experienced and all you have discovered, stored and held in the energy of your being. As the human body continues to breathe and expand, that which we seek becomes clearer as you draw towards you deep insights, profound understanding, and eternal wisdom. All is simply remember. You feel the resonance of who you are. And within those feelings comes the knowing of anything which may prevent living in the energy of this resonance whilst in human form. We embrace a myriad of emotions that bring learning and understanding. As we sense the vibration that they hold, this in turn sends a frequency out from us that can be seen and felt in the world we live in. This frequency is simply a request for resonance, an energy that yearns to be understood as a contribution to all there is. We answer this request now. As you feel this frequency and feel the vibration at its core, that vibration of guilt, feel back into this vibration, connecting with that knowing and allowing the awareness to form. What does this awareness bring to you?
Guilt makes me not want to do it again, but you know, you do it anyway sometimes.
How long has this been held there?
A long time. I don't really ever remember not feeling guilty about lots of stuff.
Yeah. Just bringing your awareness to that vibration of that guilt and just following that vibration to its core. And allow a number of an age of a younger aspect of Madonna that represents the source of this vibration.
feeling guilty around 3 or 4 watching my brothers with my mum. I sort of have a feeling that mum was always challenged by dad, so she just didn't have the oomph to stand up for herself.
Yeah.
And then I remembered seeing the same behaviour in my brother towards my mum. But it's guilt. Like, I can feel myself feeling guilty, maybe because I wasn't standing up for mum, perhaps, even though he was 4 years older than me.
So know that this is a request for resonance, and it has been received now. So we offer gratitude in return. Now let's ask for the awareness to speak on behalf of this vibration. What does it wish for you to know?
That it's not my place to be in control of everything all the time.
Yeah. Tell me more.
Feeling of, it was like a powerlessness to support my mum in that moment. Powerlessness. It's been something that's been a bit of a pattern at different times.
Can you tell me more about this pattern? I would understand that also reveals itself, emerges in Donna's daily life.
So as a kid, I had 2 older brothers, and generally I looked up to them, and generally I had to learn to stand my ground. And but when I was at school, when I would stand up to other boys, it wasn't received very well. So I was considered one of the tomboys, and therefore I was a target of bullying for most of my primary school years. And funnily enough, the girls who ended up being my best friends, probably all 3 of us were bullied fairly consistently. And I suppose when you feel like that's your lot in life, you just get used to that feeling of being downtrodden.
Is there an aspect of you that wishes to show you something about this sense of powerlessness?
I sort of don't feel like we had, there was no one strong in my life at that age who I could have looked up to. I sort of can't think of any teachers or family members who were close enough to have changed that for me. So it just became a pattern where I expected not to be liked, or I expected to be bullied. And I suppose having that expectation really didn't help.
So all these younger aspects of Madonna, how she was feeling powerless and without the energy of a role model to look up to, would you like to share some of that power with her now?
Yes.
Across time and space?
Absolutely.
Take a moment now and do that in your own special way, and let me know when that's complete.
Yeah.
Okay. So please describe to me how you shared that energy with them.
Well, I was thinking in my mind that it was sort of I needed a bit of that Gen Y energy, that sort of energy where I was most important. This isn't against Gen Ys, but it's sort of like that real thing I've seen with kids in the last 20 years where they've just got this energy and this confidence and this boundless belief in themselves.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to impart that, you know, hey, this is another part of yourself. This aspect that really somehow got missed.
Help me to understand how they reacted. What's their energy feel like?
The younger me?
Yeah.
Oh, it feels lighter.
Yeah.
It feels happier. It feels easier. It feels more in control and more, but in a good way, not being controlling, but just in a good way.
Yeah.
Just lighter and freer and not taking on other people's stuff.
Yeah. Okay, not taking on other people's stuff. So how does that vibration of guilt feel now?
It feels less.
Okay.
Yep.
So just bringing your awareness to that vibration and allow the awareness to speak on behalf of this vibration. What else does it wish to share with us? What else does it need?
Yeah, probably we probably do need to look at the guilt and how it linked in with the addictions.
Yeah. So what's the feeling that the addiction brought the human aspect of Madonna?
Well, yeah, just after a few drinks I would feel calm, I would feel fun, I would feel lighter, I would feel happier, I'd just be able to, it's almost like whatever was going on in the day, that would just disappear. And it really didn't take very much. But of course it's short-lived.
As you feel my hand gently rest upon your forehead, you hold within you a remembering of other states of being, of other existences, of other times and places. The knowing of these other expressions of yourself is held within you always. These states offer the experience of complete calmness and even fun. Alcohol has been a bridge to the remembering, your experience of complete calmness and fun. In this moment, now, remembering, knowing that you are the bridge to complete calmness and fun. That these existences, these states of being, are ever present within you in all ways within your reach. Taking a moment now to rest in that remembering, in that knowing. Simply resting. We gently move across time and space towards a realm that offers complete calmness and fun. An aspect of your existence already holds the knowing of this place. It simply comes to you to serve, to share wisdom, to offer healing. Drifting further into that knowing, we ask for that aspect of you to come before you now. Take a moment or two and let me know. And they are here.
Yeah.
Who was there?
With a couple of my aunties when they were younger, and we're just having fun. It's just sort of like it's just easy and fun.
Yeah. Tell me about the space that you're in as well, and where you're having fun.
It's out on a farm, and it's just so it's that whole peaceful. There's no expectation of alcohol, no expectation of anything like that. It's just peaceful, easy cups of tea, but just enjoying life.
And how old is this aspect of Madonna in this environment?
So around 15.
So the aunties that you're with here experiences calmness and also fun. What do they offer?
Maybe it is still a bit of a holiday from, just the everyday at home.
Yeah.
But they shared with me their love of music, they shared with me their love of animals and farm life and art. So it's Mum's two youngest sisters is who I've got in my picture.
So this sharing with your aunties, what loving messages does it hold?
That it is possible. That it is possible just to remember being free and easy without the addiction.
Yeah. And could they offer any insight into how the human aspect of Madonna might be able to integrate that calmness and fun without alcohol into her life?
Well, they both do it. Yeah, so it's... From their perspective, it feels like they simply choose to. They simply choose to live life to the fullest in a good, fun way, without the need for any addictions.
So help us to understand the greater wisdom being offered here.
Life doesn't have to be challenging. I suppose when you live with guilt and shame about things, you're more likely to be anxious.
Yeah.
So if you let go of the guilt and the shame, you're less likely to be anxious. So it's going to be easier just to be free. And if you feel easier, it'll be easier just to be happy. It's the simple things in life are often the best.
And as the younger aspect of the Madonna hears these messages, this wisdom, I want to understand what's happening to her energy and the vibration of this girl.
I think she was craving for that sort of energy at that age. She was just in a pattern that she couldn't get out of. So I'm sure if that was her life for some time, it simply would have been her life rather than going into the anxiety and stress that followed after that.
And how does her energy present now here in this too?
Yeah, once again, she just feels freer and easier and lighter and calmer and just happier.
Is there anything she wishes to offer you in return for this wisdom and healing?
No, seeing her happy and calm is sort of, that's good.
And what about the 14 and 15-year-old Madonna? How does her energy present? As you share these messages with her, this vibration.
Yeah, there's still some guilt and shame from the trauma that happened at 14.
So we can also answer this request now, this vibration of guilt and shame too.
Yeah. Sorry, she's never forgiven herself.
So what is the greater belief that holds it there? Why does she not forgive herself?
Because she let it happen. She got too drunk. She allowed something bad to happen. So she just has guilt and shame around that.
And what greater purpose does it serve? This vibration, guilt and shame.
should be there as a reminder not to do it again, but that's not what ended up happening. So it's sort of useless. It's not very useful at all.
So what is required to help this 15-year-old to return to resonance?
She needs to forgive herself.
Would you, in the younger aspect of Madonna, like to share that forgiveness with her as she shares it with herself too? And take a moment now and allow that to unfold in its own natural way. And let me know when you're complete. So describe to me in the best way that you can how that unfolded.
Because she held it in and didn't tell anyone, the only people who knew were her best friends.
Yeah.
And no one ever told her it wasn't her fault. No one ever told her to let it go. No one ever told her to go to the authorities. No one ever told her that people should be accountable. So I just took her to that place and I hugged her and I actually got her out of the situation and took her away and let her know it should never have happened and that it wasn't her fault.
Help me to understand what her energy feels like now.
Relief.
Yeah. Is there anything else that she may need?
No, I think she feels good. Because I was going to say there'd never be any justice for it, so maybe. Now I was thinking maybe she is still feeling guilty about it.
Yeah.
But it's a lot lighter.
So as you feel this new state of resonance within and around you now, what does it feel like to the human aspect of
Feels like there's still something there. I'm not sure what.
Okay. So my hand gently rests upon your forehead. Just bringing your awareness to that vibration, to that something else that you're aware of. Feeling the frequency that it emits. And understand that this too is simply a request for resonance. It is an energy that yearns to be understood as a contribution to all their life. We answer this request now. As you feel this frequency, you feel the vibration at its core. Connecting with that knowing and allowing the awareness to form. What does this awareness bring to you?
I'm not sure it's necessarily guilt or shame anymore, but it feels just like a low-level anxiety. I've always used the addiction as a way of calming my brain down so I can relax and get through things. So maybe there's a slight anxiety about moving forward and not having the crutch.
We ask the aunties to come forward and offer wisdom to help the human aspect and the point of Madonna. In overcoming this anxiety, this crutch she speaks of.
Yeah, they're both fabulous women.
Yeah. What do they offer?
They just both have total confidence in anything I put my mind towards. So they just know that anything's possible.
And how's this been shown to you?
They've both been through big stuff, and they're both amazing. They do just seem to look at the positive of everything and try to let things from the past go and just move forward, even though they've got stuff going on, but they just always seem to be able to move forwards.
So as you receive these loving messages, help me to understand how will life be different now?
Got a few visuals that when I think of them now, it just feels calm and peaceful and happy, so I can sort of anchor into those when I need to. I sort of feel like I could do with some sort of ritual at the end of each day, even if it's just for a few minutes, just to let go of stuff.
So tell me more about this ritual and what it would look like.
Because I work with so many people with so many different health and emotional issues, I don't feel consciously like I take on people's stuff, but I am aware that that could be a possibility. And something that was suggested to me a long, long time ago, which I've never done, but it always seemed like a really nice idea, was lighting a candle at the end of each workday and just meditating for a moment or two on each of the clients that I spoke to or had contact with on that day, and just help them to just consciously visualize them where they want to be going. And I've thought about that over the years, and it feels like it's probably time to start doing something like that.
As my hand gently rests upon your forehead, let's call upon that future Madonna who has been putting this ritual in place after every working day for the last 20, 30 years. Allow her to join us now. And let me know when she's here.
Yeah.
How does her energy present?
Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah. And what loving messages does she wish to share with you?
You know what to do. Yeah.
And anything in relation to that vibration of girl.
From when I was younger. Yeah, she's feeling calmer. And I actually am sure that because of what happened to me as a kid, it probably makes me a better practitioner because of the empathy that I really easily have for people.
And is that power?
Yeah. So I thank her for going through what she went through.
And what about the teenager? The teenage Madonna? What does she share with that aspect of her?
Same again, I sort of don't think I would deal with teenagers, help teenagers so much if I hadn't been through the traumas I went through as a teen. So yeah, I'm grateful to her as well.
So you can get a sense of the insights that what you went through at a younger age is now a source of power in its own sense.
Yeah, turn powerlessness into power.
And help me to understand how that feels to the human aspect of Madonna.
It does feel like the journey was meant to be.
So what will this mean for you in this life?
That I can have gratitude for what I've been through so that I can continue to help people and grow.
Taking a moment now, coming into your awareness, into view, sensing, seeing, and simply looking at the calmness, the joy, the peacefulness and gratitude, with the greatest clarity from the deepest knowing. as you view and sense this calmness, joy, peace and gratitude, what do you become aware of?
I just have an overwhelming sense of calmness. Yeah.
Now taking a moment, coming into your awareness, into view, sensing, seeing, and simply looking at alcohol with the greatest clarity and from the deepest knowing. As you view and sense alcohol, what do you become aware of?
If I release each day as it happens, I'm less likely to need the alcohol.
Yeah.
Less likely to need to take the edge off.
Yeah.
So hopefully there'll just be less need.
Who else could share in your knowing, and how will you share this? New energy, this resonance that you are now, this pure state of calmness. What about all those who are using the bridge of alcohol? What would you most like to offer them?
Ask them to look at where they can add something into their day, whether it's yoga or meditation or deep breathing or exercise or something, to start changing their state of mind around the alcohol, so they can start feeling a sense of peace, so they're less likely to go towards it.
Observe now the manifestation of this complete calmness, always held in your being. The awareness of this is forever present. Drift effortlessly into your future, gently drifting forwards, your life unfolding as you observe from this knowing of complete calmness, joy, peace and gratitude. Feel this now at the depth of your being, and share with us what you are being shown.
Just generally looking forward into the future, sort of thinking about family and friends, and sort of changing the expectation, of what's expected with get-togethers, changing the expectation so that there's not such an influence.
So help me to understand what it looks like, that change of expectation. How does the energy feel in the environment, in the family? They're changing place.
Well, it still feels reasonably easy. It feels, it still feels relaxed. It still feels happy. It still has all of those aspects that I've always linked in with the alcohol. So it's all still there.
And now you return to your natural human state of being, the complete calmness, fun, gratitude and peace held within you and around you in a way that manifests all that you are, always. All the knowing of your contribution beyond self to permeate your greater being and receive a sense of gratitude that comes to you.
Cool. Thank you.
No worries. Let's take a moment. Allow the consciousness of your who you are in this lifetime to come back.
Cool. Georgia actually made a comment about the receptor sites.
Yeah.
So we were talking about caffeine and addiction and things as well, and we were chatting about the fact that we're doing so much detox with our clients these days, you know, with things like detox and thermophase, and so you can imagine if the alcohol receptors are primed all the time, then doing a big detox to help that as well. So might have a play with what would be good for that too. Because I imagine the vibration, once it starts to shift, it probably releases stuff from the nerves into the nervous system.
And you know, with neuroplasticity, you know, we change our brain with the way that we think as well. So we're remodeling our brain and our neural pathways too.
That's right.
So those aspects of ourselves that are on a subconscious level that hold those events have given an opportunity to release.
Yeah, because of the visualization.
So you know the old saying, you know, what wires together fires together. So in aspects of our brain where these entanglements happen, they show up as, you know, what we call body echoes in this work. So you know, back pain, unexplained back pain, hip pain, and that sort of thing. Neck pain is because they've been entangled with what's going on in the brain too.
No, that was fabulous. Thank you. Cool.